Katie.
I'm Anna.
And we're just the two of us.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome in. What are we talking about this week?
Harmony Day.
Yes, it's Harmony Day.
It is Harmony Day.
That's so lovely. This is our 4th episode. That's kind of exciting. That means we've been...
What do you mean, kind of? It's very exciting. Come on.
It's very exciting.
Yes.
And because it means we've been podcasting for a month.
Whoa.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
That's cool.
That is a long time.
Yeah, it is. And I just want to say thank you to everyone that's been listening.
And thank you for the follows and comments and everything.
We've been getting your messages and we've been seeing you viewing in various countries. It's very cool that we're getting people in from different countries because that's the whole point of this, right?
Yeah.
Immigrants.
Am I right?
Am I right or am I right? I have a fun fact.
Oh, yes. Tell me. Oh.
In Australia, just Australia, over 300 languages are spoken.
300?
Over 300.
Are they like Aboriginal languages?
Yeah, so a heap of those are all different Aboriginal languages.
Yeah.
Or Indigenous languages, I should say.
Oh, yeah.
They're
I don't know the difference. Like, I don't know the word.
Yeah, it's hard to get it right.
Yeah.
And I think... So essentially the different tribes had their own
like
language.
Dialect? Or...
Yeah, dialect. That's the word.
Okay.
I'm
the English speaker here.
I don't know dialect. I only speak one language.
That's true. I speak two, so I guess.
And it's Australian, mate. Because I'm an Aussie now.
No. Yeah, she is.
Super cool.
It is very cool.
So yeah, that was my little fun fact. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. Like 300 languages. I can't even name like 5 different languages right now. Okay, hang on. I'll try. Hungarian.
Good.
English. German. Italian, Spanish. Okay, that was easy. But I couldn't name...
I don't think I could name 20.
Yeah, I couldn't name like 15.
Yeah, no, neither.
Yeah. 300? That's a lot of languages.
But they had a lot of tribes. Like, even when you talk about, like, your local council area, like, if you were to pay respects to the elders past and present and do an acknowledgement of country, which I'm considering doing at the start of our podcast, but maybe further down the line.
Do you know like the whole thing that they...
Yeah. I would say something along the lines of... Just the two of us acknowledges and respects the traditional custodians of the land on which we podcast today. We respect the elders past, present, and emerging, and we are very grateful to share the land of which they own. We pay our respects to the elders of thee, and then I would name the nations that were part of our area. So, I mean, hang on, let me do a quick look up of where we are.
What, you don't know?
I don't know. I mean, I think it's the Kulin Nation, the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation, but I need to double check. The Wurundjeri Willem clan and the, I don't know how to say this one, Taungurung people. I hope I said that right. But I go to university at La Trobe in Bandura, and because we teach around that area as well,
Oh yeah, that's why you would know this.
That's why I know this, and even my school, it's the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. But this specifically where we are is slightly different.
So cool.
It's really cool. Harmony Day.
Harmony Day.
Celebrated today, right? March 21st?
I think so.
I think it's today.
Yeah.
It's a day about celebrating all different cultures, people from all different backgrounds.
And celebrating the acceptance of different cultures.
Yeah. It's the idea of everyone belongs. It's celebrating diversity in your home country, which we have a lot of here in Australia. It's pretty diverse. I mean, it's not as diverse as where I grew up in England.
Which is Essex.
That was pretty diverse. London is very diverse.
I would say Budapest is pretty diverse as well. Yeah, we have a lot of people around the world. Yeah.
It's cool. I like seeing all different people. It would be boring if everyone looked the same.
Yeah. Imagine everyone looking like us.
That would be boring. That would
pretty
be really
funny
boring.
For a while, but then it would be boring.
Yeah. If they were just carbon copies of me and you.
But everyone, no, hang on. But everyone is like slightly different. So like someone has a different nose, someone has different eye colors, for example. You, but with green eyes.
Oh, that would be freaky.
Oh, it's a parallel universe.
So, a bit of information about Harmony Day.
Okay, yes.
Also called Harmony Week.
Oh, okay. What about month?
I think they only get a week.
Is it getting extended every year?
You are only allowed to accept diversity for this 1 week.
Oh, okay.
According to them.
After that, stick to your own race.
No, just so stupid. It came from the International Day for the Elimination of Racial Discrimination, or the IDIRD, which I imagine why they phased that out, because who is saying that? Oh yeah, happy International Day for the Elimination of Racial Discrimination. It's but Harmony Day is like, I don't know. Look, the problem with calling it Harmony Day is that it's not specific enough as to what we're celebrating. Yeah. You could go up to someone and say, oh, happy Harmony Day, and they wouldn't, if they didn't know what it was.
I didn't know what it was.
Exactly. They wouldn't be able to guess what it's about.
Yeah, no.
It should be like Racial Acceptance Day or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I think we
Racial
looked it up.
Inclusivity Day.
I just looked at my calendar and it said Harmony Day for some reason. I don't know when my Google Calendar started
doing Australian dates.
I don't know when that happened. It just one day it was just in there. So I looked at my calendar and it was in there saying Harmony Day, and I'm like, oh, cool. What's that?
It's pretty cool.
And then we looked it up.
Harmony Week is the celebration that recognises our diversity and brings together Australians from all different backgrounds. So it is an Australian holiday, and essentially to celebrate, you wear orange to show your support, or you attend an event.
Well, you're not wearing orange.
No, I'm not.
I didn't wear orange.
Well, there you go. Here you go. Some information, some cool things to know. Since 1999, more than 80,000 Harmony Week events have been held across Australia in childcare centres, schools, community groups, churches, businesses, and federal, state, and local government agencies.
What do they do usually? Do you know?
I have no idea. I've not been to one. We should go to one.
We should go to one.
That would be cool. It's kind of late now. It's Friday.
It's okay. It's Harmony Week, remember?
Yeah, but it's Friday now.
Does it not start with Harmony Day?
No, it probably started from there? I think it started Monday.
Oh, I thought it was like Harmony Day and then a week after that.
No, I think Harmony Day falls in Harmony Week.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever.
So, here's something that I disagree with.
Mm-hmm.
Orange is the colour to represent Harmony Week. Traditionally, this is a quote from their website, orange signifies social communication and meaningful conversations.
Huh. Does it? I don't know about that one.
I mean, it's a fruit to me.
And a colour?
Online, colour psychology of orange is optimistic and uplifting.
I guess.
Other words associated with orange: warmth, security, sensuality, passion, abundance, fun.
No, wait. I look at orange. I do not think of passion.
No.
That's not it. That's red. That's not orange.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. Orange is not passionate to me.
No. Orange is... Like, I understand the rest, but passion does not fit in there.
Yeah. No.
I just want to be sexy, so I'm going to wear this orange jumpsuit.
No, you wear orange to stand out at, like, a wedding.
Would you wear orange to a wedding?
Yeah, I think I would.
Oh yeah, okay.
I like a bright colour.
And that's true. You have, like, bright nails.
Not right now, but yes.
Yeah. I remember, I don't know why, I so vividly remember you having, like
grease nails?
Orange nails.
Yeah, they were like neon. They were so bright.
It was cool.
Wow, I should get orange nails for next Harmony Day.
Oh, yeah, you should.
Anyway, what was I going to say?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay. Back to my list of things that we were going to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a slight difference. There's a slight change. I feel like England doesn't do anything to celebrate culture. Like Harmony Day, sure, it's not really a cultural celebration. It's more of a, let's celebrate the diversity of our country. And I think that's really beautiful. England doesn't do anything like that, as far as I'm aware. There might be like small celebrations within communities, but specifically where I grew up and where I was, we didn't have anything like that.
Yeah, no.
Not from my memory. And like listeners, please feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. I would love to be wrong about this and find out that there's a bunch of stuff that I could have been going to growing up. But like I went to an international school. So my school growing up, we had people coming in from the city, coming out to the sticks from the city to attend our school because the whole point of it was that we all had multicultural backgrounds. I didn't because I was from the catchment area. I lived near the school.
I definitely know what that means.
So essentially, high schools in the UK, they have an area that you get into that school automatically.
And you cannot go anywhere else?
You can, but you have to apply, and they let their kids in their catchment in first.
Okay, cool.
So it all depends on like numbers. But this school was like catchment area, and you have to have multicultural parents. So a parent from different backgrounds. I lived nearby. I'm fully white. But it was really cool because I got to go to school with all these interesting people. I remember year 7, like one of our first classes, they were going around the class and they were like, okay, so tell us like where your families are from. We'd love to know. So we're going around. I had like one of my friends, she was like, well, my dad is Indian and my mum is Canadian, and she had this really cool Canadian accent. I had another friend, she was like, yep, my mum's Norwegian. And I had another friend who I think she was from like the Philippines. Like they had family from all over the place. And then they got to me and I was like, oh yeah, I live down the road. Like, sorry everyone, really disappointing story. Both my parents are British. So yeah, but it was really cool. Like that, and like our school specifically did a lot of cultural celebrations, but we didn't, like, I feel like the community didn't. Whereas Harmony Day is like an Australia-wide thing. All the schools do it. All the childcare centres do it. Like, it's a thing. It's really nice.
Yeah, I don't think Hungary does anything like to recognise how diverse the country is. We have like Hungarian national like remembrance days and stuff like that.
Yes.
But it's not about being like us being together with all these different nationalities. It's just about Hungarians.
Well, yeah, I mean, England has plenty of events like that. I mean, even something simple like the changing of the guard happens every day, and they've got a website.
That was so funny how you said that. They've got a website. They do. They literally have a website with the times, and it doesn't matter what day you go, what time you go, there is always a crowd. There is always tourists showing up for this massive event. A band plays, the guards swap over, and like it's this whole thing. Especially in the summer, they do like additional ones. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Imagine that you live like close by, next to the Buckingham Palace, and
very expensive.
Yeah, but imagine it's
okay.
Just,
I'm rich.
Thank you. And you're old. You're 80, and you have nothing to do. You're home alone. Would you go outside in the crowd to look at the changing of the guard?
No.
Why not? Because you have nothing else to do. Like, you're super bored at home.
Then maybe, but maybe I'd go do something else. I'm in London. I could go anywhere. Why would I watch the changing of the guards?
Because you can.
It's not that interesting. And especially once you've seen it once, you don't want to go again for a few months at least, because you want them to change the songs that they're doing.
Oh, they do songs?
They do songs. I'll have to show you some videos later.
Yeah, I've never seen one.
The band, it's like a big band, like a 100, 200 piece band. And they all just stand there in their nice red suits, and they've got all their instruments out in front of them. And everything. And they play covers of like Queen, Justin Bieber. Like they do covers of everything. It's really cool. I'll find some videos
Justin
and show
Bieber?
you. And like that was just a random example that came into my head. I'm pretty sure they did Baby a long time ago. They do. They just do whatever's popular.
That's so funny.
And obviously Baby was very popular at one point.
So they would be doing espresso.
Potentially. Oh, I would kill to see the changing of the guards do espresso. We also have a night called Guy Fawkes Night. Do you know about Guy Fawkes Night?
Guy Fawkes is... No, that's Guy Fieri.
Guy Fawkes Night. I've actually had to get a wiki up on it because I didn't remember exactly what happened. But essentially, the short story is a guy tried to blow up Parliament.
Oh,
he got like sticks of dynamite, whatever it was, gunpowder, put it in from my memory, he put it in the sewers, and then he tried to blow up Parliament. He was unsuccessful and he got caught and he got burnt to death. Huh. Or sentenced to death. I don't remember. I'm going to read up and double check this now.
I feel like I've heard this before, or maybe it's one of the Sherlock episodes I've seen.
We do. Remember the 5th of November? Is it? Yep, November 5th. Every year we have fireworks night. Or bonfire night, whatever you want to call it. But it was originally Guy Fawkes Night. And you would, at least my family would, we would have loads of people over. It would be a big event. And everyone would bring a Guy Fawkes. So you would stuff your old clothes with like newspapers, and you'd build like a human body out of your clothes with newspapers all scrunched up, and then we'd throw them on the fire.
It is from Sherlock. Yes, that's how I know it. The word from Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah.
Because John Watson almost gets burnt to death underneath one of these bonfires. Yeah. That's where I know my stuff about England from. Sherlock Holmes, BBC. It's a very good series, I recommend.
Celebrating that the king had survived, people lit bonfires around London. There you go. Guy Fawkes was arrested while guarding explosive placed beneath the House of Lords. The plot was discovered the night before. There you go. They attempted to blow up Parliament and assassinate King James I. Whoever that was. So random. There are certainly some cultural differences that I have noticed living in Australia.
Like
the way the people are.
Oh.
In England, everyone is very miserable all of the time. It is a very dry, sad, miserable existence. There's clouds in the sky all the time, and I feel like there's clouds over everyone's heads. And like, yeah, okay, you can meet happy people that like, I'm not saying everyone is miserable, but the general vibe is a lot more miserable. I feel like you don't often, at least because I was in London, I feel like extra so. You don't walk past people and say good morning because you're a commuter. You're in London most.
Do you do that here?
Yeah.
I don't.
When I'm walking, when I'm cycling, I cycle to work, I say hello to everyone I pass.
Wow. I don't.
You're one of the miserable people.
I am. I really am. I still have a lot to work on to shake that off, but Hungary is the same.
Yeah.
Everyone's very sad and miserable in Hungary. And I'm not sure why that is, because it's not like the weather is bad there, like not as bad as in London, because it's usually like cloudy and rainy in London and cold. In Hungary it gets sunny and warm as well, but people are just they just don't like, I don't know, being in the country, I guess. They don't like the government, they don't like how cheap the whole country is and how not well paid people are for their work. So I don't know, it's like the overall morale of the whole country is just very low.
I was going to say something and now I've forgotten what I was going to say.
I'm sorry to wipe your memory.
Yeah. Whereas here, on one of my first days here, I popped into an IGA to get like a lemonade or a Sprite or something. And I remember I walked to the checkout and I gave it to the woman to scan it, and she took it from me and she was like, "Hi, how's your day going?" And like seemed genuinely interested, and I was like, "Oh my god, why are you speaking to me?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is like what?" And I was like, "Oh, my day's going really well, thanks. How are you?" And she was like, "Can't complain. Can't complain. Cannot complain." She works a minimum wage job in an IGA, and she can't complain. She's having a dandy time.
I don't know how genuine this is though.
No, but still the politeness is right there, and it doesn't cost anything to be polite or kind or upbeat, you know. And I feel like when I used to go to a Tesco's in London and I would buy my shopping, they would scan everything without making eye contact, and then they wouldn't even tell me the price. They would just turn the card machine towards me.
Yeah, it's the same in Hungary as well. Maybe it's just the Tesco's.
They just don't get the same training as these IGA employees.
Yeah, they just don't know how to do it.
Oh,
is it time for quiz?
Yeah, it's time for trivia.
Today we're going to have a music quiz.
Yes.
And it's still Australian related.
Oh, I've got something in my eye.
So get it out. Australian music quiz.
I'm ready.
Your first question of the day.
Yes.
Which Australian instrument is known as the world's oldest musical instrument?
Australian instrument specifically?
Yeah.
I almost went to say boomerang. Bang!
Yes. Boom, yeah, it's an instrument. It's an instrument.
Yeah, not an instrument. Oh, is it a didgeridoo?
It is a didgeridoo.
Didgeridoo.
A didgeridoo.
Also didgeridoo. Oh, what's a didgeridoo?
Oh, just a didgeridoo, you're right.
Didgeridoo.
Correct.
Thanks.
1 out of 1.
1 point.
100% so far.
1 point.
1 point. I should have won a 1 punch t-shirt. Anyways, next question. Which Australian song mentions eating a Vegemite sandwich? I don't know why I said it like that.
Good. And a Vegemite sandwich.
That's the one.
Land Down Under. By the Venga Boys.
No. Very far.
The Bee Gees.
No.
Oh.
Men
at Work.
at work.
Far out.
Far out.
Far out, mate.
Well, that's 2 correct answers for you.
2 for 2.
2 for 2. Next one. Which band has a statue in their honour located in Redcliffe, Queensland?
Beatles. No.
That's not
an Australian band. Okay, right. I need an Australian. AC/DC.
Akadaka. No.
Oh. Then who?
AC/DC is the only band from Australia. Who else can it be? They have a song. I don't want to sing their most famous song. How deep is your love?
How deep is your love?
No, not David Guetta. Okay, their most famous song is Staying Alive.
The Bee Gees?
Yeah, the Bee Gees.
I said the Bee Gees earlier.
Yeah, I didn't want to say that, but yes, you did.
I didn't even register that they were Australian.
I'm not giving you this point, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, well, you know what? That's fair. You had to give me a song that they did. So
2, actually.
So I'm 2 for 3.
Yes. Almost 100%. But not really.
Not really.
Yeah, cool. Last
66%.
question.
Yeah.
In 1977, a referendum to choose the national anthem, Advance Australia Fair, won with 3 million votes. Which iconic tune... Why are you smiling? Which iconic tune came in second?
I'm smiling because I know the answer.
Well, tell me then.
Waltzing Matilda.
Nice. Now sing it.
Waltzing Matilda. Waltzing Matilda.
I've never heard the song, so I would believe you. Whatever you sang, I would believe.
I couldn't sing any more than what I did though.
Oh,
that's
okay,
all I know.
but that's how it goes.
I think
You're
so.
not lying
I
to
might
me?
be wrong.
Oh, okay.
We should check.
We should check. Not right now. We'll check later.
That's 3 out of 4 for trivia.
You did relatively well.
Bingo, bango, bongo. Okay.
Is that it? Do we have questions?
Actually, we had an excellent question.
Ooh.
This message came from someone after listening to our very first episode. I wish I had their name, but it's cropped out of my screenshot. They said, "Loved this episode. Looking forward to hearing more from you. I'm an Australian who's recently moved home after living in America for 6 years. I love the vibe you guys bring. I have questions for you to answer on the next podcast or whenever, really. When I was an immigrant, I always found it odd that whenever people realised I was Australian, they would bring up Keith Urban from New Zealand or Russell Crowe, also from New Zealand, almost like clockwork. Sometimes they'd bring up the band AC/DC, whose lead singer was Scottish. Are there any strange things that people bring up about your home country that when they realise that you're from there? Stuff that makes you think, is it weird that they've associated that with that sort of thing?"
Oh, yes.
They have more questions, but I'd love to just cover that one for today.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I do feel like people always assume that I'm going to have an accent.
Oh, yeah, you do.
No, as in people here. Yeah. I say I'm from England, and they go, "Oh, really? You don't sound like it."
You do sometimes. People will immediately assume that I like spicy food.
Why?
Because I'm from Hungary.
Does Hungary have a particularly spicy food culture?
It's like some people seem to believe that Hungarian food is spicy, like in general, like majority of the food is spicy. That's how we make it.
Wild.
I cannot handle spice. Like I cannot eat spicy food.
The furthest from it.
I think maybe I have never tried it here because I don't like spicy food or salami, but maybe the Hungarian salami that you can buy from supermarkets, maybe that's spicy. I'm not sure. question mark. But yeah, so people just assume that I like spicy food.
Wild.
And I'm like, actually, please don't put any spice in my food because I'm not going to be able to eat it.
So I think one thing
okay
that I do get is, have you met the Queen?
Oh, have you?
No. But people have asked me that.
Oh, okay.
Which is wild. I mean, how many million of people in the UK? Why would I have met the Queen?
Because you're from England. Duh.
But yeah, there's nothing like...
That's such a stupid question.
I feel like no one goes, and mentions actors. I feel like because Australia is like a niche country, Australians that go abroad, they don't get the same treatment as Brits that go abroad. Brits go abroad all the time. Australians, it's rare more rare than British people for them to go to other countries.
Yeah. What do you think would be like an equally like stupid question to ask back to when you get asked if you have met the Queen? Like, what would you ask an Australian? No, I haven't. Have you? And then, like a stupid question.
Have you boxed with a kangaroo? Have you boxed with a kangaroo? Have you? Do you eat shrimp on the barbie?
Do you have a pet wombat?
Yeah.
One of the first things they tell me, it's not like a thing that I do. They just say, Hungarian is like very hard, is it? And I'm like, yeah.
I wouldn't know it was the language I would learn at birth. What?
Yeah, but I also say, yeah, so if you want to like choose a language to learn, don't start with Hungarian.
People often ask me to say things in my accent, like dance.
But people say dance here.
Only in Adelaide.
My classmates say dance.
They shouldn't. They should say dance.
Guys, you heard Katie.
You know what's weird is that in the UK we don't all say dance. If you go north, they say dance. But here it's not dance, it's dance.
Dance.
There's like an E in there.
But also we say dance and then we say dance class.
Oh.
Which is, dance class just doesn't feel...
Dance class.
Whoa! Do we have anything to say? Anything else, to say?
I never have anything to say.
I'm Hungarian. Don't pick on me for not being able to speak English. Also, listeners, you're more than welcome to make fun of my accent. I do that all the time as well.
I don't feel like I get that, and I think the reason is that people tend to meet more English people, and England itself is in the media more than Australia is. When Australia is in the media, it's very stereotypical Australia. Kangaroos, wombats, bushfires. Koalas, bushfires. Like, those are the things that make it into the news, whereas like your standard knife crime in the UK, that's in the news. I don't know. I just feel like because Australia itself is a niche. It's a niche country.
It's upside down.
It's upside down. So yeah, I don't think I get much of that, other than the odd asking if I've met the Queen and asking me to say certain words because they sound funny.
Obviously, I will say I'm Hungarian, and they would obviously go, "Oh, you're hungry." I'm like, yeah, I've never heard that one before, like ever in my life.
I definitely made that joke when we first met.
Yeah, definitely. Everyone does. I think that's it for this week, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, thank you so much for listening, tuning in, watching, wherever you are. Next week, March 28th, we're going to be going into a little chat about lockdown and the COVID experience.
You had so much fun here.
Australia had, and like the different states here all had very different things, and I'm very excited to sort of share that experience. And like what my family went through in the UK and then what you went through in Hungary. Like, we had all such varying experiences. Yeah. It's so interesting to talk about how the different countries dealt with that situation and how we managed mentally.
Yeah. Must have been rough.
But more on that next week. Yes. Thank you again for tuning in. Make sure you're following us on all our social media channels. Again, we are at Just the Two of Oz on pretty much everything. On everything. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.